one I just mentioned, the Middle East. I mean, the money laundering that has occurred from the Afghanistan war, what we are learning from Congress, members of Congress, about NGOs stealing millions, probably billions of dollars, and they're still getting paid for things coming out of Afghanistan. I mean, this is insane.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have massive breaking news happening right now. As you all know, I've been warning you, we are in the Bolshevik color revolution. If you love political history as much as I do, and if you've ever studied how the Bolsheviks took down the Russian Empire and installed the godless, communist, dictatorship-led Soviet Union, you know that we are living through it right now. Same playbook is happening in front of our very own eyes. And General Flynn is calling on President Trump to rise up and do something about it, to stop it. Now, really quickly, the shooting that happened in Washington, D.C. today was a Bolshevik revolution type assassination. An immigrant who came here from Afghanistan under the Biden administration has shot and murdered 2 National Guardsmen. Listen to this.
20 minutes. I know you got to go over that. Thank you so much. And again, you finished my sentence. Okay, it's cutesy. Do the turkey pardoning. We need a national address, General Flynn.
We need to remind ourselves of the things that have already taken place that are part of this color revolution that we are in the middle of. And, you mentioned Crossfire Hurricane and Arctic Frost, but it's Russiagate, it's Spygate, it's Impeachmentgate. It's all the indictments between when Trump was 45 and now that he's 47. It's all of the attacks against all the lawfare that was going on after the stolen elections of 2020. And I'm telling you, Alec, just on a sidebar note on the stolen elections of 2020, there is so much damning evidence that we now have because people like Tulsi Gabbard has stepped in and weighed in, and there are some other people that have now come forward. It's going to be very ugly very soon, and I know that the President of the United States is aware of a lot of what I'm talking about right now. We've had leaks, just these incredible leaks. Never mind this latest leaks from about the Witkoff and the peace plan between Russia and Ukraine. We've had all these wars, right? These loser wars, Ukraine and Russia, the one I just mentioned, the Middle East. I mean, the money laundering that has occurred from the Afghanistan war, what we are learning from Congress, members of Congress, about NGOs stealing millions, probably billions of dollars, and they're still getting paid for things coming out of Afghanistan. I mean, this is insane. The drugs, right? The fentanyl coming out of China.
He mentioned Afghanistan last night. Today, an illegal immigrant from Afghanistan murders a bunch of Christians.
The illegal immigration to the tune of 20 million under the Biden administration, the human trafficking and the skyrocketing trafficking of children, the Epstein files, the Epstein affair. I keep saying the Epstein affair is not going to go away. And Donald Trump knows this now. This is something that is an elite class of people that have done such damage to children. Never mind what they have done to the moral fabric of not only our country, but the rest of the world. The latest is the Seditious Six. They call it the Seditious Six. That's what you showed earlier when you had Stephen Miller talking to Jesse Walters there. So what do we need? We need a couple of things. Number one, we need the Oval Office to throttle, and I mean throttle down on this idea of information operations and understand that we are in the middle of what is called unrestricted warfare. Unrestricted warfare is where it is boundless what you can do. And it comes out of, you've talked a lot about this, Alex, it comes out of the Chinese manual back in the late 90s, which I've read that a bunch of times. I've written a manual myself on 5th generation warfare. Unrestricted warfare is without bounds. That is what we are in the midst of right now. And everybody needs to understand that. So
you're talking full spectrum war.
I mean, everything. You're talking about the idea of illegal exploitation of different commodities, human beings, drugs. We're talking about false action and false flags when it comes to economic warfare, right? You say you're going to do something and you do just the opposite. It's the whole idea about using the information like TikTok. Trump will sit there, and I hope he's listening to this. Trump will sit there and go, G and I just had a great call, and we're going to do the following things. Well, when Trump hung up, he has a duty, which he does. He tells the American people, G and I just had a great call, and we're going to do all these great things, and we're going to have trade deals, and we're going to do TikTok and blah, blah, blah. And we're going to 600,000 students for the next couple of years from China. Xi hangs up and tells his team, great, we got exactly what we want out of them. We're going to triple down. We're going to quadruple down, and we're going to continue to screw the United States of America. That's how they operate, Alex. They don't operate like Donald J. Trump operates, because he, as you said, he does have a duty to preserve the Constitution of the United States. He has the duty to inform our country and the people of our country, because we're a democracy, we're a republic, and so he's trying to be as transparent as he can be. But trust me, we are not dealing with an even hand here.
This house is sure gone crazy.